All Things Zazen. Practice while chanting. What if I told you that chanting in Zen isn't really about sound? That it isn't even about words or tone or harmony? That the point of chanting isn't to perform, but to practice? Let's start there. In a Zen practice, chanting is often mistaken for the bookends, a ritual before the real meditation begins, or a ceremonial end to yet another session. But this interpretation misses something profound. Chanting is Zazen, only voiced. It's the same structure, the same activity, the same pulse of awakening, orienting, and letting go. Just expressed through breath, vibration, and sound. When the bell rings and the chant begins, the first thing that arises is sound itself. Raw, unfiltered, immediate. The syllables, often in Pali, Sanskrit, Irish or Japanese, don't need to be translated. In fact, not understanding them helps. Meaning gets out of the way so that awareness can open. The mind, deprived of its usual footholds, returns to what is tone, rhythm, pace. The chant becomes not something to interpret, but something to manifest. And that sets up the inevitable first activity of practice, awakening. When you notice that you've drifted off, when you notice you're thinking about whether your pitch matches the person next to you, or whether your voice sounds too thin or too loud. Or perhaps you're wondering if this chanting thing is just too high a price to pay, just to do a little zazen. And in that moment of noticing, the proverbial curtain rises, and you return to the moment. Next comes the activity of orienting. You orient, not to the idea of chanting, but to the sound itself, to the hum in your chest, to the pulse in the room, to the chant card you're holding. This is the same orienting that happens on the cushion. Realizing that the breath breathes, the body sits, the moment unfolds. In chanting, orientation is communal. It's the act of synchronizing with others, not by trying to sound the same, but by allowing your voice to join the shared rhythm. You align with the group the way a walker aligns with others in kin-hin, by fitting into the collective tempo. It's a dance of listening and adjusting, leading and following, merging and separating. In that subtle alignment, individuality softens. The me who chants gives way to a we who chant. And finally, the activity of letting go. As the chant continues, self-consciousness dissolves. There is no longer a chanter or a chant, only chanting. Each chant syllable is read, and each sound flows with no discernible gap. The chanting is no longer something you are doing. This is the hidden elegance of chanting in Zen. It reveals that voice, breath, and awareness need not be separate things. They can be facets of one unbroken activity, the same living thread that runs through all forms of Zazen. Here, Posture becomes tone. Breath becomes rhythm. Awareness becomes resonance. And when the chant ends, when the last syllable dissolves into silence, something lingers. Not as echo, but as recognition. That the chanting has returned to the same stillness from which it arose. That practice while chanting, then, is not about recitation. It's about realization. The understanding that in each syllable, each exhale, each vibration, the potential for awakening is ever present. The chant ends. The bell fades. The room returns to quiet. But listen closely. The practice continues.